Hey, eighth graders, Mr. Slaby here. I get the pleasure of introducing logical fallacies. And you might be like, what is that? And here's the deal. Um, the logical fallacies are when people use reasoning that doesn't make sense. And you can call people on it. You use it in debate, you use it in discussions or arguments. But the thing we got to talk about is they're everywhere and they're being used all the time. So let's give you some examples. I pulled these off of Twitter, right? And they're all over the place. And I took names out just because it's not about the name, it's about the logic. Okay, so here we go. Here's the first one. I believe in science. Blank doesn't. It's that simple, folks. Nothing is that simple. So when people do that, when they say stuff like this, they're trying to reduce everything to something simple. Nothing's that simple. So we can't really use this. Is this statement true for this person who said it? It might be, but you can call them out and say that that's not using logic. It's much more complicated than that. Here's another one. The reason rural hospitals in South Carolina have closed is because Obamacare has been a disaster for our state. Okay, it's not saying that Obamacare didn't go well, but here's the thing. This is cause and effect, and they're saying that the one reason that rural hospitals have closed is because this other program hasn't worked. Again, very, 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 very few things are one cause and one effect. There's a lot of logic here being totally missed. This is a logical fallacy. Fallacy means a falsehood. Okay, one more. Blank got 11 million more votes than he did in 2016 and won 27 of 27 toss-up races, but somehow the guy who never left his house wins the election? All right, again, you're welcome to question all these things, right? But this logical statement is using something unrelated as proof. So you can question, these are all facts, right? This person got 11 more votes, they won all these toss-up races, but the other guy who never left his house wins. So that's a problem because leaving the house has nothing to do with these numbers, with these facts. They're not related. You can say that, you can make people go, yeah, you're right, but the logic isn't there. It's a logical fallacy. They don't connect at all. It's reasoning that's a problem. So team, today I'm introducing this. So this is the longest video that you'll see, but this is what we want you to do. Take out a notebook. We're going to go old school. We're not going to do like computer screenshots. We're not going to do a map that you can do on Google Slides. If you want to do something electronic, it's got to be in your writing. So here's the thing. So this is your template for your notes, and we're going to do what's called Cornell notes. And Cornell notes are really simple. They're like a T. So you set up your paper and you draw a line down, kind of like with most of it on the right and a little bit on the left. And on the left, the things that are going to go on that little shorter column is essential questions or questions that I have. So you might be told to do something, like you might be given the question. I might say, guys, what's the theme of this book? I told you what that question is, and that's what would go there. Now, the questions that you have are supposed to be when you're actively reading and you're like, well, I don't understand that, or what's that? So we're going to do a little bit of that. Mostly, we're going to be giving you the essential questions. Over here is where you put the valid and important information based on that question. Valid means it's reliable and it connects to it. So if it's a definition, then valid information is the definition. So if you say, what is a logical fallacy? The valid information is the definition. And we're going to take notes every day. We're going to do this every day, and you guys are going to keep up. That's the deal. So first things first, let's go right here. All right. Cornell Notes says that we start with important information. We got to write down what a logical fallacy is. So here's what I want you to do on your paper is on that left side, you've already drawn this line down here and this line across. What is a logical fallacy? That's the essential question. What is it? All right. An example would be the logical fallacy is an argument made by using faulty or mismatched reasoning or explanation to prove a point. Now, that's a definition we came up with. So the thing here to remember is it's an argument by using faulty. So it's false or mismatched. Like this doesn't actually connect to this, but I'm going to use it to make a connection. And then that's reasoning. When you reason things out, you're explaining that. You're like, here's why I did what I did, Mr. Slaby. and you're trying to prove a point. I mean, you guys do this all the time with your parents when you want something or they yell at you and you're like, I didn't do it or I did it because of this. And that's all argumentation. A lot of you are using fallacies. If you learn how to not use them, you actually become very much better at this. Okay, so again, your paper. We got this line. On the left side is essential questions. On the right side is the information. We're going to be taking notes for about a week and a half on logical fallacies, and we're going to go into Animal Farm. So here's the thing. Title this page Logical Fallacies. Let's call this what it is, and you're going to keep taking notes on this, okay? Now, this is what your paper should look like, okay? What we're going to do is, now that we got our first important information on there, I have one more thing to give you today, and it is our term number 2, which is it's the either or fallacy, all right? And that is going to be the next information. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through that information right now. I am going to put that in a video right here so this isn't so long. So you're going to watch twice today of me. All right, there you go. The thing to do is after you're done with this, you go to Schoology, you click on the folder for today. It is going to be a discussion every day, and we're just going to have you practice each day with each logical fallacy. So today, your one assignment will be to sort of create your own either or fallacy. All right. So to finish the day, to do each day's work, you submit your one example of an either or fallacy or whatever day it is to the Schooly discussion for today, Monday, January 25th. Tomorrow will be different. Make sure you have your notes in a safe place because you're going to keep these. Okay, these notes, you're going to continue. Lotus, we've got more terms to go. They're just not there yet. Okay, and we will have a notes check, I think on Friday, January 29th, or that might move. But here's the thing. Take a picture and submit to Schoology, so keep up. Follow along. Stay on top of this. Don't be like the giver and get behind in your map. Okay, everyone. This should be great. You're going to learn a lot about logic and thinking and how to call out adults when they don't make sense.